Hello guys, my name is Maxim, and today in this video I want to show you how how I've written a custom operating system using Python, using only Python. Well, you you could say it's impossible because Python is not a compilable language. It is being interpreted, and it needs an interpreter, and so it and the Python interpreter should run on some kind of operating system like Windows or Linux. But I don't want to say how I did it. Maybe I will publish my source code later, but it's really a Python operating system. So um, there aren't many many things I implemented yet. For example, there isn't any file system. So I cannot work with files, but I will implement it later. You can Here you can use nearly all Python 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 commands, or like Python methods or libraries. But only standard libraries. You cannot install extra. But let's try and do something. For example, we can clear the screen. So now it was like removed the booting up text, but the thing is, the booting up text, it means it's like a hello or welcome text. You can easily change it in a kernel file. I will show it a bit later. So what we simply can do now is we can reboot the system, and look, it's being rebooted. Yep, it takes some time. Compiler, Python interpreter, sorry. Um, uh, well, what we can also do is, that's actually it. We can print something. Print. I hadn't enough time to implement the working Python interpreter here in the console. But the thing is, you can, for example, print something out. It's like echo in Windows or Linux. Like it's, oh fuck, it's my phone, sorry. Print hello, and since you can't use any spaces here, print hello there, and when I press enter, it prints hello there. So it actually replaces those two end characters with one space. That's actually it. Well, I can also shut down the whole thing. Should shut down, and I'll blur my screen now, because I don't want everybody to see all I have on my desktop, but I can show you. So now, as you can see, there's my simple kernel.py import power. I also wrote an extra library which manages power. It wasn't very hard, since Python can execute C++ code, and using C++ you can also execute assembly and simply send the processor this assembly command, to shut down or to reboot, because I don't actually code in assembly. I just copied the assembly codes from the internet. Yes, I'm not very good in assembly. I never really coded with it, but it doesn't matter. So the main thing, it works, and we can see 3 functions here. It's on boot. It's like the message we see while we are booting. It's on update. Oh, that's the wrong. This is just input. Sorry. On boot, it says booting up, and returns true. If it does not return true, the system crashes, and you can see like kernel panic. I made an extra screen for that, like kernel panic screen, where it says, oh shit, it didn't return true, that means something happened. So if you try to load some additional files in here, like in here, you can, and one file is for example missing, you can return false, and you will see the error. Or if an error occurs somewhere in all these functions, if it's a total error or like fatal error and you didn't try catch it, it's being automatically try catched, and you will see this Python error, and then you'll have to, I think, reboot the system, or it will be automatically rebooted. Yep. So it's I also implemented error handling. Well, then we see on update. I think it's pretty simple. So on well, the one thing it does, it's like it always repeats, and so after we did something, it returns back to the beginning. It's pretty similar with Cosmos OS, where you can write an operating system using C# and ILCPU and F#, and well, it's being compiled using ILCPU and F#, but you can't implement many things in there, but here you can do much more things, like, and also in Cosmos OS you have on boot function and on boot void, because it's C#, and you have also on an on update void, because I tried to do something with Cosmos OS, but I said, oh shit, it's too complicated. There are too few functions or like libraries here. I can't use some extra libraries or from Nugget packages. You can install some using Visual Studio. So, I think I have to do something custom. And first of all, I thought, well, I can do it also with C#, but then I thought, well, I can do it with Python, because I can also code using Python, and Python is much more easier for many people, and I think it would be an interesting idea, an interesting challenge. But the main difference from and as you see, it also returns true, and well, if it does not return true, for example, it returns false, then this function is being called. That's the function on shutdown. This is the function which was not implemented in Cosmos OS. And the main thing is, for example, here, power.shutdown. It means, every power command you use, for example, power.shutdown or power.reboot, this is not being executed. This function is not being touched since the onUpdate loop. Well, it's a function, but actually it's a loop. So until this loop returns false. So if we say return false after the first execution, like after the first command we enter, it will shut down. I cannot show you the rest of my source code because, well, I don't wanna everyone to copy it, and I actually want to make this thing ready myself, and then I will maybe publish the whole thing, or we'll see. I'll see what I will do with it, but I think it's definitely an interesting idea, and if you have some suggestions, you can write them in comments, and well, some suggestions how can I make this thing better or faster or easier to use, because I want everyone to be possible simply write an OS and say, wow, I've written an OS, now I know how it works, how I implemented that. So that's actually it. So thank you for watching. Please don't forget to leave likes, and excuse me for my bad English because I don't practice English at school. Yes, that's actually it. And again, thank you for watching, and see you next time.